Hi guys, so I'm back in my normal position in front of the DVD rack. So today's video is all about reviewing, hence the title. So yes, so the past month I've been going to the cinemas at least once a week. So I've been to say 4 films. I'm going to review them and tell you a bit about them, and hopefully by the end you probably want to go and see the films, okay? So the first film that kicked it off was Inside Out. So I was talking about this film the other week and told you about the shorts film that was on the beginning, which is so cute. I mean, it's a volcano that was looking for somebody to love her. Not love, to lava. Anyways, getting on with the film. So, what this film is about things that go on inside your head. About emotions and thoughts and memories. And basically what it is 5 kind of little people in your head, which I've told you that before in a video, that I think I've got about 5 people in my head that are joy and sadness, which sadness doesn't really do a lot because I'm not really that sad. Anger, don't really get angry a lot. So basically it's just joy all the time, isn't it? And I'm pretty sure I have an elephant made out of candy floss called Bing Bong going bing bong in my head all the time. I'm pretty sure that's what goes on in there. So it was really clever the way it was put together and the way it came out, and I'm just like, every time I say a Disney film, I'm just like, how on earth do they think of the storyline? It's really good. It's really good. It is really good. It's on for a long time, but I enjoyed it, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Right, so the next film is is Fantastic Four. So this film, it was alright, but it's not as good as the original film. Like, that came out in 2006, I think it is. So when this film came out, I was just going into the seniors. So that film was really, I don't know if you hear that, but my voice, like my throat just made a funny noise. It's like, sorry. Right, so anyways, this film was really good, and I remember going to see it with my mum, dad and my stepbrother and just falling in love with this film. And I love films with action in it and superhero films. Hulk, anyways, Hulk is my favourite. Sorry if you're not a Hulk fan, that's just my favourite, okay? So yes, and this film is based on that film. Well, it is kind of that film that came out, Fantastic Four, but it's got like a total different like storyline, and I don't know what I think of it. It is still pretty good, but I think the original one was more for females and males, and I think this film is just for like male species to watch it. I mean, at the beginning it kind of was hard to get into, and it was a long beginning and it took time to get into the film, and once it started it was pretty good, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, and I was a bit unimpressed about it, but it's still a pretty good film. I mean, everybody has their different opinions. I'm pretty sure if you go and see it, you might love it. It's just not as good as I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to give this film a 6 out of 10. Sorry. So, next film is Absolutely Anything. So this film was absolutely hilarious. It's not absolutely anything, it's absolutely hilarious. So it's Simon Pegg takes a part of this normal human that gets powers from alien species up above, and he gets given these powers because they want to see if he can use them powers for good and for good cause and do good things with his powers. But no, I've got to say, if the human species can be good before they kind of destroy the planet Earth, basically. And he kind of uses it all for himself and tries to be like a buffer person, better lifestyle, and that, try to get the girl that he loves, and that, instead of doing things for good cause. But yet again, I would say that I would do good things, but if you had the power to do absolutely anything, I don't think you would do it all for good cause. I'm pretty sure you would have something to do for yourself. Just saying. But also in the film, it was the last Robin Williams project film, so, and he did the voice of a dog, and it was quite emotional, and it was still pretty funny. But at the end of the film, like when the titles come on, there was a little clip of him in the studio doing like his voiceovers, and he was doing his little voice and cracking jokes, and I was just so emotional because it was one of my dreams to either meet him or work with him, because as you know, I would love to be an actress. I mean, maybe that is too big of a dream, but it's one of my dreams, and yeah. And it was emotional. I remember coming down the stairs as I was watching it, and it came on, and I was just like, oh my god, I am going to cry. You'll not see him doing them voices again. You're not seeing of a Robin Williams film, and you're not hear one of his jokes, and it's just so upsetting. And our kids, when we have kids, they probably won't even know who he is, and it's so upsetting because he was such a big, huge impact and inspiration to me, and he's one of the people that want to get me in the film. Him, Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, Meryl Streep, they're up there, and just to think that one of them isn't on this planet anymore, it's quite upsetting, and it's emotional for me, and yeah, because I was a huge fan of Robin Williams, and to think that he's not here, it's quite sad. It is. So, yeah. But I'm going to give that film an 8 out of 10 because it is absolutely hilarious. So the last but not least film is Paper Towns. Paper Towns, if you haven't seen the trailer, is about this boy that is in love with a girl, and he's been in love with this girl for a long time, since they were kids, and this girl is into mysteries and clues, and she wants to go and find herself, kind of thing. So she goes and runs away now and then, and she leaves clues for people, and she leaves clues about the house, and he wants to go and find her, and when he thought that she was leaving clues for him to go and find her, but when he finds her, she goes and says, I only left clues because I just wanted you to know that I was okay and I was safe. And yes, but it's all about friendship and not being scared to just live and be a kid while you can be a kid. I mean, yes, it's important to get the grades that you want for the job that you want, but also you've got to remember that you are a kid, so it's alright to be a kid. Sure, you don't want to be like graffitiing and setting fire to stuff and getting that much in danger, but do something that you wouldn't think that you would do, like something that's out your comfort zone. I mean, like if it means going to a party by yourself, just do it. Go to the party. Miss doing your homework for one night. I'm pretty sure that if you fail one test and you're like an A-star student, if you fail one test, I'm pretty sure that won't have a huge impact on what you're going to do in your life. So that's basically the message that comes across in that film. But also it's one of the films that has been bigged up to be the bestest film, but for me it just wasn't. And apparently I haven't read the book because I don't read a lot of books. I do read books, but not like a lot of books, so I haven't read the book. But apparently the book It's absolutely amazing. But that kind of happens in films when the film is based on a book. The book, you read it, it's incredible, and you're so into this book, and then when they make the film, it isn't as good. But it is, sometimes you can't get the film, like Harry Potter were amazing books, and the films were amazing, and it's great to find a book that's being brought to life. But sometimes when that book is being brought to life, I mean, when you read a book, you kind of have an image on what the characters are going to be like, what the town is going to be like, and you have an image of what the film would be like if it was made into a film. And sometimes you have that the upper thought kind of thing that it's going to be amazing and it's going to be as good as the book. I can't wait for that. And when you see it and it's not as good as the book, or it's not as good as you thought it would be, it is quite upsetting. But it is still an amazing story. It made me cry in parts, it made me laugh in parts. It's funny, it's different. I think it's a different kind of film than I usually watch, but it is good, but it's just not as good as I thought it was going to be, so I'm going to give this film a 7 out of 10. So, yeah, so, sorry, I'm getting over a cold, forgive me, in this neck, there, that's better. So, yes, that is my opinion on the film, that is my reviews and rates on them films. Comment down below what you think of the films. If you totally disagree with what I said, then comment down below, rate the films down below, and like and subscribe. So before I finish this video, what has been going on the news? I've put a status on Facebook, but I've just got to get my message across. So on the news, this might sound stupid and you'll be like, why on earth is she having a rant about this? But it's about the cost of diabetes, and they're saying that the medication that diabetics have to take is costing far too much for the NHS. Is it NHS? Yes, I think so. HNS? Well, I don't care, or the medical profession or whatever. But at the end of the day, there are 1,578 people that go to a hospital a day for drug use or overdose. But yet there's only 400 people that go a day for diabetes. And it just doesn't make sense. I mean, sure, the medication that diabetics have to take might cost more, but surely if there was loads more, like 957 more people that are drug addicted, surely it adds up that maybe it's not the people that have diabetes, it's the people that are taking drugs. I'm not sure. I mean, think about it. If you're a nurse and a doctor, do you see more people with diabetes or more people that come in drunk or out their heads because of drugs? I can't get my head around it. Maybe I've looked at it wrong, maybe I'm thinking about it far too much, but I know people that have diabetes and they be told that the medication that they have are costing far too much. I mean, you've just got to think about this. What are they going to do? Are they going to drop the price of the medicine, which would be great, or are they just going to say, turn us away? And this society is all about looks and weight. I mean, when you go to the doctors, all I get is, maybe if you lost a bit weight, this could happen. Or maybe if you lost a bit weight, you might live a healthier lifestyle. But if you're too skinny, they'll tell you to put on weight. And if they tell you not to put on weight, maybe I'm happy the way I am. I mean, I don't have a bad health. I'm happy the way I am, and at least I'm warm in the winter. That's all I'm going to say. I'm happy the way I am. If you're skinny and slim, sorry. If you're slim and you're happy the way you are, then fine. I mean, sure, you've got to think about your health, but if your health is fine, then stay the way you are. Don't let somebody tell you to change. And yes, that's all I just wanted to get that off my chest. Maybe that rant was just a bit dramatic, but it's the way I feel. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And we just need to think about these things. You need to think. You need to do the research before you start and see something. I mean, diabetes, sure, it can be because of your health. Maybe you eat too much sugar and that's when you get diabetes. But some people are born with diabetes. It's not really a choice. It's an illness that you kind of get given or end up having. When you take drugs and get yourself so drunk that you black out, that is your choice. And it just, something that isn't somebody's choice is getting, I don't know. If you know what I'm going on about, then free comment down below. See what your take is on this conversation and on the films. Okay, so sorry about that. Let's go back to the positive, and it's time to say goodbye. Okay, so like and subscribe. Bye.